It is Saturday, November the 10th, 2018, 8:15 p.m. This will probably be a short video because I don't really have a whole lot to say. It's been cold today. The sun was out, but it was cold all day. It's getting cold as we speak. It's probably going to be freezing overnight. It's early for that where I live, but so I guess we can look forward to another freezing cold winter like last year. So fun that was. So I started out the day, I started out doing fairly well. I wrote, I had a pretty good writing session in the morning. So I felt really good that I got a good writing session in before noon. I always feel like whatever I write before noon kind of sets the tone for the day. So I felt really good about that. And then I just kind of wandered away and did a bunch of other stuff and completely forgot to write anymore. I did a second writing session late in the afternoon. I didn't get that many words written today, but it's enough to keep me like just on pace. So I'm not falling behind yet. I'm a little worried that I'm going to fall behind because I'm running out of ideas. So today was the first day that I wrote with no plan whatsoever. All of my plot ideas that I started out with before November, they're all gone now. So I am on day number 10. I begin launching out into the wild blue yonder. There is nothing in my imagination at all for the rest of this NaNoWriMo. Yeah, the plans that I had basically took my main characters to the point where their lives would be sort of upheaved, and they were just upheaved, and they just started running. So and my wizard character that I said before was just a scientist, just an alchemist. He didn't have any real magic powers. Well, now he's got magic powers. Now he can conjure giant boars. Because I needed a way for these guys to escape, and I couldn't really think of any way. So now my wizard has conjuring powers. That's probably going to throw everything off. But hopefully not. I'm feeling really congested tonight. Probably just because of the cold. I also feel like I may have... my back may have taken a turn for the worse today. Early today. And I just do not know what I did to make it worse. I thought it was getting better. It was each day it was getting better. And today it was worse. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I have a follow-up doctor's appointment. I don't know, in a week or so, 2 weeks, week and a half. I don't know. I don't remember when. But I am going back to a doctor for a follow-up. And I can't think of anything else to say. I'm not really pleased with the way the story is going. I didn't feel particularly great about the writing that I was doing. I didn't feel very inspired. It was another day where the work was hard and unpleasant. It was just there. I just put words into the document. I didn't feel like my sentences were very interesting. I didn't feel like my my grammar was very good. I didn't feel like my ideas were very good. I didn't feel like my dialogue was very snappy. I just slammed words into the document. I actually, I do have one note here that apparently sometime I wrote this. I don't actually remember writing this, but earlier today I went looking for alternatives to EverNote on the iPad. Again, I was using EverNote to write on the iPad. And to reiterate, EverNote on the iPad is terrible. It's just the buggiest app. It's one of the buggiest productivity apps I've ever seen on the iPad. The font sizes just change randomly. It's really sluggish and slow when you move the cursor around. It just crashes randomly. You'll be in the middle of doing something and then it'll just close on you and you'll have to reopen it and hope you didn't lose anything. So far I haven't lost anything, so that's good. But yeah, I went looking to see if I could find any kind of alternative, just any kind of text editor, really. I used to have some on there. I tried to see if I could reinstall them, but I think a lot of the ones that I used to use, they're not around anymore. Or they're really old now. But I mean, I just started to realize that I would have to use a text editor working on a file in Dropbox, and then I would have to take that file on the MacBook Air and load it in, and then copy that into Scrivener, and it would just be a whole ordeal. So I just stuck with EverNote. For all its faults and crashing and bugs, it is really, really great at synchronizing documents across platforms. It's not quite real time, but when I work on a document on the iPad, I can, finish on the iPad in the bedroom and then get up and walk over to the laptop that's in the living room and then load that document that I was just working on the iPad and into EverNote on the laptop, and then copy the data into Scrivener. So I don't offhand know of any other way to do that. I just don't know of any other tools that will do that. Maybe something like OneNote, Microsoft OneNote might be able to do that. But I don't have a good feeling about using OneNote on the iPad. I may have actually done that before and not liked it very much. So I think I'll just end early because it's another one of those days that I don't really have a whole lot to say. I'm kind of grumpy and tired and cold, and it's only November 10th and I'm already tired of winter. I'm ready for spring now. It's only November 10th. Okay. So, maybe I'll get some more words written in tonight. I don't know. I would like to, because I greatly prefer to feel like I have 100 or 2 word cushion ahead of the curve as opposed to getting behind the curve. Just when you get behind the curve, once you fall behind the pace of 1,667 words a day, there's just this pressure every day to write and write and write. Here's my graph. Yeah, I'm falling behind. I'm not. I'm lucky that I wrote a lot of words early, because if I hadn't, I would be falling behind right now. So I don't know. I need to have an inspiration for my plot But I have none. Zero, zip, zilch. Nothing is occurring to me. No grand, vision of, a grand, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I'll just cough while I'm trying to think of the word. Grand unifying theme. That's the word I was trying to think of. Novels are supposed to have themes that make them important for our age. And this novel does not have a theme. It just has a couple guys running from the law. That's what it is right now. So somehow I have to turn that into another, what am I up to now? My document, 16,855 words is my current total. So I need to turn running from the law into another 35,000 words? Is that right? Is my math right there? Probably not. My math is terrible. I'm so bad at math. I'm just really embarrassed at how bad I am at math. At being this age of an adult, I really cannot do math without a calculator. It's really embarrassing sometimes. But I blame it on calculators, actually, because they came into the world right about the time I was learning math. And why would you learn math when you can just use a calculator? And they say that you're going to use math as an adult, but you don't. You never use math. I'm a computer programmer. I never do math as a computer programmer. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I have nothing to say, so I will say good night. And oh, my cat did not scratch me up, by the way. I was talking about how she might smack me at the end of the last video, but she did not smack me at all. I went and let her outside and gave her some food, and she was fine. She's actually sleeping right over there on a chair as we speak, not bothering me for a change. All right, I will wrap this up, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have something more inspiring to say. See you later.